Hello my favourite people and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. It is time for another full face of my favourite products that I've been loving in this month. I do this on a regular basis so I can share with you guys what products I have been picking up constantly and deserve a little bit of love, you know. I've been really enjoying using these products, so let's begin. I'm gonna take my iconic London Prep Set Glow Spray. I'm just gonna spritz this all over my skin to help give my skin that really nice, gorgeous, radiant base to start off with, like that. This week I actually had another skin reaction. If you guys aren't familiar with my channel, I get reactions fairly easy, if I'm honest with you. They come and go. They differ with the sort of reaction I get. Sometimes I can get crazy bumps all under my skin which look like acne. Sometimes I'll get little tiny bumps everywhere, and then sometimes I'll get redness and patchiness. It really does depend what causes the reaction. On my forehead, on my cheeks and my chin, I had loads of tiny bumps this week. They're going down now because I get like tablets prescribed from the doctor. And then underneath my chin, let me zoom in for you. I don't know if you guys can see around here, there's like this sort of redness. This was going all underneath there, whereas now it's kind of just fading a little bit more. Those sort of red bumps was on here as well, my cheek. There's like one remaining. So yeah, my skin has been a little bit sensitive this week. Anyways, the foundation I've actually been reaching for is the EX1 in Visiwear. Now, I talk a lot about the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, but I do think if you are on the hunt for something which is a little bit similar, but a fraction of the price, then the EX1 is definitely up there. This is a medium coverage, but it is buildable, and I think this foundation definitely gives a lot of high-end foundations a run for their money. So if you want to try a new drugstore foundation and you've not looked into this one before, check out EX1, it's gorgeous. I'm going to use the shade 8. I'm going to take the Sigma F81, which is the blendable kabuki. I love Sigma brushes. I'm going to go in and blend that out. I probably mentioned this before, but I actually used this foundation on my sister for her wedding, in her wedding makeup. So that just shows you guys how much faith I have in this foundation, you know. We're gonna go into the eyes now, and I'm gonna actually do a look that I kind of done on Instagram, but we're gonna jazz it up a little bit more because you guys seem to really like that look. I'm gonna prep those eyelids before we go in with anything else. How have you guys been? How is everything with you? Palette that I've been loving this month is this one here by Be Perfect, which is the Carnival 3. If you just look at all those gorgeous shades that this palette has to offer, like it has a bit of everything. We're gonna do like a really gorgeous glam today. So I'm gonna take the shade Tan Lines. Not even being dramatic right now, but my eyelids are stinging. I had the reaction all on my eyelids. Yeah, my eyelids are stinging right now, so let's see how this goes by the end of this video. All right, anyways, so I'm gonna start by taking tan lines in the inner part of the eye. Gonna start building up that color. Mixing a little bit of that shade Ginger, which was just beneath the shade Tan Lines in the palette, just to warm this up a little bit more. Clean blending brush. How is everybody's sleeping pattern right now? Is it normal? Have you not been affected? Because obviously if you're on furlough, I guess you have to get up at a certain time anyway to log on to your system or whatever. But yeah, how is everybody's sleeping pattern right now? Now I'm gonna take that shade Coca, which is a really gorgeous, rich, creamy brown. I'm running that right into the socket, as you can see. Honestly, this is such an easy look, but when you see the final result, it looks like a lot more effort went into it than what it actually was. Like, honestly, I love this look. Now this is where we're gonna carve out the front of that eye. We're gonna do a little bit of a half sort of cut crease like this. I've taken that a little bit higher than usual. Now I'm gonna set this little area straight away in place with a white eyeshadow. I'm blending out that white eyeshadow, bring that up high onto an angle, and then we're just gonna softly blend that out. Taking the darkest shade, we're gonna start to bring that in onto the outer corner of the eye now and start to angle that out as well. So we're gonna give it a little bit of a wing. My sleeping pattern, guys, going back to like what I was saying, is a mess right now, an absolute mess. Like last night I went to bed at 4 AM. So I woke up at 9 and I was so sleepy. So then I laid on my phone till 9:30, went back to sleep from 9:30 until like 1. Yeah, I'm actually filming this so late right now. Bring this high as well. We will be cleaning this up. Then go in with your shades Ginger and Tan Line just to soften this all up. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a tiny bit of that shade Yellow, and I'm just gonna place that around the tops where it's quite high. So it adds a little bit of a transition. It's also going to add a little bit of pop of colour into that as well. Lightly darkening up that outer corner. I wasn't going to add glitter because I quite like how this looks, but alright, let's just try it. I'm going to start off thin so it won't really make such a huge difference. Just in case I don't like it. Actually, that is so gorgeous and subtle. Oh my god, I love it. Both eyes are done right now and I'm loving it. Now I'm going to stick on some eyelashes and I'll see you in 2. I'm going to start off with a little bit of cream contouring. Now this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. If you would have watched my how to contour in depth video, you would have seen me talk about this, and this is by Max Factor and this is the Miracle Sculpting Wand. Now I have the shade light medium and then they have a 1/over shade which is medium dark. Bits in the temple, a little bit on there, a little bit on there, around the lip, and a contour wherever the hell I can. Especially that jawline. I'm going to use my exact same brush that I used to blend out my foundation, which is the F81. And I'm going to go in just above those lips. And I will be blending this all out with a cream bronzer as well. This dries down a little bit faster than the Charlotte Tilbury one. So the Charlotte Tilbury one is slightly, a tiny bit more pigmented, but there is such a difference in the price point of these products. Oh my god, by the way, I have 2 pairs of shoes that I need to show you guys. They arrived today and I need to share them with you all. So I'll show you them in 2 seconds. Before I blend it more out, I'm gonna add my eyelashes because they look ready because I had a little bit of glue on them. So we're gonna pop those on. Lashes are on. These are the Ladies Who Lunch by Backstage lashes. Okay, so to blend out that contour and to warm up the skin a little bit, I'm actually going to go in with the Chanel Universal Soleil Tanning Bronzer. Years ago, I used to use this all the time. I'm going to go on a little bit heavy with this because I haven't done my concealer just yet. This is quite a light sort of bronzer. It isn't really too intense. In my last monthly favourites, I was reaching for the Fenty Pro Filter Concealer, and that has such a nice, gorgeous coverage. But recently, I've been trying to add these back into my routine because I remember there was a point that I loved these, and these are the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealers. I have 2 shades here, so I go in with the darker shade and then I go with the lighter shade like when I want to lift certain points. Why did I say like that? The main colour that I use would be like all year round is ginger. Then I'll use custard when I want a little bit lighter or if I'm like a little bit paler. I am seriously so close to bleaching my own hair, and I asked you guys on Instagram and some of your replies were literally making me die. They was like, don't do it, you'll regret it, leave it to the professionals. And I'm sitting here like, but I might do it. So I'm actually going in with a Sigma Tapered blending brush. Fun fact, Sigma was the first brand that I ever received anything off. So they were the first brand to ever reach out to me and send me brushes, and that was the first PR product that I ever got in my like online YouTube career. I remember their message went to my spam folder, and when I read this, obviously I knew who Sigma was because, you know, they were a massive brush company and they did these brush rolls that everybody loved. Like everybody had these brush rolls with the complete brush sets. I remember reading it and seeing the date that it was like a couple weeks back, and I literally thought, oh my god, you've missed out on something. And I swear to god, I was fuming at myself, like absolutely fuming. So I reached out to them saying like, I'm so sorry it took me so long to reply to you guys. This was in my spam folder. I remember I was so upset, and then they replied to me and I was like, ah! And when those brushes arrived, I remember I just felt so overwhelmed. I sat in my mum's bedroom because she had like mirrored wardrobe things, and I just got my makeup out and I was playing with it, and I just felt like the luckiest girl in the world that they had sent me some of their brushes. So Sigma will always have a very close place in my heart. Also, at these times, yeah, like I didn't even have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. Like I did not. And the fact that they reached out to me, I was just like, this is mad. Like this is crazy. And it just goes to show you that if a brand sees your content and they like it, they will reach out to you. If you have content that appeals to that brand, they will reach out to you. Of course, that depends on the brand. Like, let's be honest, there's some brands who just, you know, want to work people who have like super high numbers, and that's that brand. But not every brand is like that. By the way, I'm just popping a little bit of that concealer in the center of the forehead because I don't want it to look too dull here. I want this to brighten up a little bit. This is when I take my lighter shade now, Custard, and I just do a little dab-a-dob there. These are really nice concealers. If you do have quite dry skin, then these are good because, of course, like the name states, it's radiant, but they definitely actually are radiant. Like, they're not just saying that. They don't dry down too matte on the skin. You know, when a concealer dries down, sometimes it can just be a little bit too matte, especially when you add your powder on top, but these don't do that. Okay, so this is what we're working with right now. I need to set it in place because I crease like a little bitch. So let's do that. Now, you're gonna be shocked. Well, some of you might not, but I'm just saying, I'm shocking myself with this one. So recently, the only powder that I have been using is the Mercier Translucent Honey Powder, which is their newer, more yellow shade translucent powder. It's the best, absolutely love it. Probably my favorite powder of all time at this point in my life. But I just felt like I was proper rinsing it, and I thought, oh, Sabrina, come on now. You need to use something else. Stop using that all the time. So I went and started using my Fenty one. Now this one I don't like to bake with too much product or for too long because I just find it can be a little bit drying on the skin. So I'm gonna go in and sweep that along the bottom of the jaw. I find less is more with this product. If you have oily skin, this will be great for you, but my combo, dry skin kind of babes, don't go in too heavy with this. I use the banana shade. It has like quite a nice light yellow tone to it. Oh my god, that went up my nose. When I use a little bit of this powder, it really helps with concealing my pores and making them look like non-existent. Before I even carry on with the tutorial, I need to show you these shoes that I ordered, right? Oh my god. So I'm showing you 2 pairs and they both arrived today, and I was like, I gotta share these with you guys. I'll probably end up showing them on my stories as well because I'm so hyped about these trainers, right? And I was like, oh, I really love a chunky sort of trainer. These trainers that I found from Fila really remind me of the Balenciagas, but I got these on sale for £40. I don't know if they're still on sale. If they are, then I'll link them in the down bar. But if they're not, I think the original price was either 60 or 80. I'm not too sure. For me, these are giving me Balenciaga vibes, but without the Balenciaga price tag. Watch when I bring them out and you guys are like, ew, they're ugly. Look at that chunky back look. But I love that the front kind of has this sort of sporty sort of look, and they got Fila written around them. Obviously I still got the tags on because like I said, they only arrived today. I just know these are gonna look so sick in outfit photos. Ugh, I just love them and I cannot wait to wear them out and take photos with them. Okay, the next pair of shoes were actually gifted to me from Missguided, but I picked them out. Ooh, I love them. They give me those chunky Prada boot vibes. Look at these, yes. But last year I bought my Dr. Martin Jaden boots, and oh my god, I love them, absolutely wear them to death, and I wear them so much that I just wanted to get like some different alternatives. I think my Jaden boots cost me like 180, like 179 or something like this, but these are from Missguided and these are super affordable, and I've actually got quite a few mixture of different boots coming in that I've ordered recently. These are just stunning. I'll link these in a down bar as well. Back to the makeup now. I'm gonna go in with a blusher. This is my Morphe 8W palette. I think because of this sort of warm eye that we've got going on, I'm gonna go with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I'm gonna take the MUA shade first of all, and we're gonna go at the back of the cheekbone, bring that up into that temple. This has that sort of bronzer vibe, but it's not too bronzed, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes any sense. Same brush, I'm gonna take the shade Proactive. Now this is gonna be super intense, so I'm gonna tap and then I'm gonna go onto the back of the hand so it takes off a little bit of that harshness, although not too much actually come off. And then we're gonna do circular motion at the top of that cheekbone. Other side. A highlighter that I've been reaching for so much recently is this by Dior, and oh my god, I think this might be my first sort of Dior makeup product actually. Dior. So this is the Backstage Glow Face Palette, and I really like this because it has a shade for everyone, and not only does it have a shade for everyone, the tones and the shades that you might not use on your cheekbones, there are shades in here that you could possibly use for something else. These two are going to be like the most sort of popular highlighting shades. This I love to use in the inner corner of my tear duct, and this one is just really nice if you want to add a little bit of a glossy pink onto those cheeks. This is the shade that I'm going to be using today, so I'm just going to pop that right on the high points of the cheeks. Look at that. When I first used this product, I did not expect this, but it's really lovely. Okay, I'm going to quickly do my eyebrows off camera. 2 seconds. Eyebrows are done. Okay, so that sort of rich brown, I'm just going to run on the outer corner here. Same goes for the other side. Then I'm just going to blend out that eyeshadow all the way in, just to soften everything up. Then I'm going to use a little bit of the Kiko Standout Volume. Now I'm just going to use this just to connect my eyelashes with the fake ones ever so slightly. I'm using the tip of the end of the brush for this. Tip at the end of the brush, yeah. Okay, now we're going to talk lip combo. This product I used to use like all the damn time. Like I remember there's a stage this was the only liquid lipstick I was actually using. This lip color is gorgeous. This is Huda Beauty's Trendsetter and the consistency is amazing. It goes on so thin but it dries down really nice. How nice is this color with that eyeshadow as well? In general speaking, I always add a lighter shade into the center of my lips. Like literally probably 95% of the time, I'll always add a lighter shade into the center. But actually right now I quite like it like this. If I was to add a lipstick into the center, it'd be Huda Beauty's Power Matte Bullet lipsticks in the shade Anniversary. This is like my go-to out of hers because it's so light, but it just looks really nice with a lot of lip combos. So yeah, if I was to add that, then I'd put this in the center of it. But I quite like it like this. And there we go, this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if any of these products that you have actually tried them before or not. And actually quickly, before you go, right, I need help because I don't know what to do about my hair. So I'm gonna have to remove my hair extensions anyway because obviously we're not coming out of lockdown for like a good couple of weeks. And I'm gonna remove my hair extensions, but I don't know what to do about the color. So as you can see, I'm going back to a brunette right now. I don't know whether to try and bleach the front of my fringe myself or to just dye it all one color and just be like my natural sort of hair color or a little bit darker. Again, yeah, your opinions are really welcome right now because one night I was sitting there because I wanted to obviously go a lot lighter than this. I wanted to go really light all over a lot more and keep the balayage, but because it's all growing out, I just feel like I'm turning into a brunette again. And I don't know whether I should just try and re-bleach my fringe or not. But yeah, if you could let me know what your favorite hair color is on me, whether you prefer it a little bit lighter or a medium brown or more of this sort of blonde at the front, or the dark hair or the black hair, please let me know what hair color you prefer on me because it really helped me make my mind up. But that is everything. I'll give you guys a little bit of a close-up of the makeup as well so you can see it a little bit more in detail. I'll leave all links and information in the down bar as well. Sending you nothing but love and good vibes, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.